From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, here is the Calexico Bulldogs journey 12 miles north to the county seat to take on the El Centro Southwest Eagles in their second clash of the 2025 season. The Bulldogs opened up last week with a resounding 49-12 victory over the San Isidro Cougars, while the Southwest Eagles took it on the chin against Canyon Hills in Riverside County 49-0. Last year, the Southwest Eagles were 0-10, still looking for their first victory after 12 games. The Calexico Bulldogs, once again, off to their customary quick start in non-league play, but will now pause as we honor the flag of the United States of America and our troops overseas.
Andre Lopez coming to the outside. Touchdown, Calexico takes it to the house. Andre Lopez, and fourth and short, they're going to go for it. They may have gotten the first down.
This is VSN, your Valley Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody, here to Eagles Field for the second game of the season here on August 29th. The Calexico Bulldogs coming off a 1-0 victory, 49-12 victory over the San Isidro Cougars last Friday in San Isidro, California, just south of Imperial Beach, as they now journey against former league opponent, the Southwest Eagles, who are 0-1 coming into tonight's ball game. A beautiful field, a beautiful night for high school football. Please join Ruben Castro with that special color commentary and analysis from a coach's perspective, and your voice of choice, the real deal, the master blaster, Johnny Moe, John Moreno Brown.
Vic, we got Coach Ruben Castro up here. He's started last year with us, and we found out that he knows a lot about what's going on the field, and we're very grateful to have him up here. He was coaching freshmen last year, but he's been coaching at Calexico since the late 90s. So he's breaking down film, and he's working with head coach Fernando Solano. He's worked with Coach Tyree and a number of coaches throughout his years in his coaching career. But we'd like to welcome Ruben Castro.
Hey, thank you, John. It's sure good to be here. It's another great night for football in this crisp 98 degrees, isn't it?
No, yeah, this is this is what it's all about. The humidity in late August in the Imperial Valley is second to none. I mean, it's like we're in the bayou in Louisiana.
Born on the bayou, John.
Yeah.
And they open up their collegiate season, the LSU Tigers, tomorrow against Clemson in a top 10 matchup in collegiate football. Tonight's referees representing the Imperial Valley Football Referees Association. The white hat and head referee is John Seaman. He's joined by umpire Alan Phillips. The head linesman is Lorenzo Alonso. The line judge is Roman Rubio. And the back judge is Sean McLaughlin. An outstanding officiating crew tonight, John. I think we have 3 home games being played here in the Imperial Valley, and we have 3 officiating crews able to handle it. The 4th crew, last night, the Imperial Tigers lent their field to the visiting Vincent Memorial Scots, who ended up being the hosting team, but they were shellacked 49-6 by the Imperial Tigers with Darren Wessel scoring 4 touchdowns, 1 on a kickoff return and 3 other touchdowns on the ground.
And no bones about it either.
You know, I got to see Darren Wessel when he was young. That kid is flash, man. He's got incredible speed, and he's probably one of the most coachable kids I've ever known.
Well, you know that Imperial is moving up in the ranks, and you know they've already moved up to second here in the Imperial Valley. Behind Centro. Centro tonight hosting Palm Desert, and you can catch that on VSN with Will Torres and Ron Rubio. But tonight it's Calexico at Southwest. This has been a matchup for the last, I want to say 30 years, when Southwest became the newest high school in El Centro, and that I believe it was 94 or 95, somewhere around that.
And traditionally with Central Spartans playing the Bell game, the last game of the season with Brawley, Calexico and Southwest would match up as the last game of the regular season, playing home and away, and there were some exciting matches.
Oh, yeah.
But once Vincent Memorial brought in football, Calexico established the battle for the border. Southwest and Imperial High School had the fireman's helmet game, and now with Hopeville replacing Southwest in the Imperial Valley League, that's going to switch traditional games off pretty much this calendar year for football.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Vic, tonight, let's expect a lot of run. You know, Southwest is coming out of this I formation, out of that pro set, and Calexico is coming out of their double wing run game. And
well, last year, let me interject. Last week, number 21, Andre Lopez, starting fullback, he rushed for 157 yards. Jose Fernandez rushed for 63 yards, and Lionel Canchola rushed for 46. The brunt of the ball carrying was Lopez, where the others were on 5 or 6 carries, so they were averaging 12 and 16 yards a carry. That's Fernandez and Canchola.
yes, you know what? Lopez is a bruiser, Coach. He doesn't have that breakaway speed, but if you get in front of him, he's going to let you know who he is. He likes to run over people. He enjoys hitting, and he'll bring the hit to the tackler.
You know, he also scored 4 touchdowns last week against San Isidro. Jose Fernandez had 1 TD, and Adam Garcia had the 6th touchdown for the Calexico Bulldogs.
Well, Southwest won the toss. They deferred and will be kicking off to Calexico in just a few moments, Vic, but go ahead.
So continuing on, Southwest is coached by Bo Seibel. This is his first year. He has 9 years of coaching experience. Formerly, he was at Yuma High School. He went back to Wisconsin, his home state, and then decided that the coaching bug was too much to overlook, and he came back. There was an opportunity to coach here at Southwest, so he's back in action with the Southwest Eagles. They're going to rely on their offensive performers. Quarterback Damian Cordero, who stands at 6'1", weighs 172 pounds. The running backs are Adrian Hadagi, number 3, and along with wideouts, number 2, Leonardo Valenzuela, number 4, Israel Sarmiento, number 8, Joe Johnston, and the other running back in and out for given plays, Roberto Perraza. So getting set to kick off for the Southwest Eagles, they've elected to To kick, it'll be, I can't see his number.
Number
John.
11.
Number 11, that is Joshua Ibarra.
And back to receive is number 7 for Calexico.
Dominic Flores.
Dominic Flores. And we're getting underway with this Desert League and Imperial Valley League matchup between the hosting Southwest Eagles and the visiting Calexico Bulldogs.
I had the opportunity to coach Dominic Flores when he was a freshman. One of the greatest kids I've ever coached. He's got a big heart for a small body. And he's one of the smartest football players ever. He's like a coach on the field. Great kid.
What's his 40 speed?
His 40 speed wasn't quite what we would expect it to be. He was like a 5'1".
Picks it up at the 13. Dominic Flores going to the far side.
But a 5'1" as a freshman is like a 4'7"
And
as a senior.
number 6 on the tackle along with number 23.
Victor Gomez, number 6, and number 23, David Vizcarra, a senior, making that stop.
So the Bulldogs on the first down at the 25-yard line.
Defensively, the Eagles will go with Valenzuela, Sarmiento, Johnston, Ibarra, Mendoza, Abe Moreno. The defensive backs are Ignacio Perez, Vincent Valenzuela, Jaden Real, Omar Reese on the line, and Jesus Diaz will give you the Calexico offensive starters after this play. But at quarterback is number 5, Israel Reese. He's joined by Andre Lopez and Jose Fernandez in the backfield.
Reese out of the shotgun, handing off to Lopez. Going straight up to the 31-yard line.
Lopez running behind the blocking of number 72, the center, Chris Nunez. The guards are Joe Vega and Antoine Farias, number 60 and 55. The tackles are Ruben Aladame and number 57, Adrian Sanchez. Take it away, John.
A pickup of 5 yards on that run by Andre Lopez, first play of the game. And coming into the 31-yard line are the Bulldogs. Andre Lopez and Israel Reese. You've got Jose Fernandez there on the slot. Reese couldn't find a hole this time, and he's brought down hard, number 24 for the Eagles. That is Abe Moreno.
Abe Moreno, a 5'8", 171-pound senior, making that stop. We're not going to bring up Martin and Vandales yet. Well, wait, as he had nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
You know, Vic, you were talking about the Calexico line. I think it's important to mention that it's a rebuilt line. The only returner is Chris Nunez, and he was only around for one game last year, wasn't he, our center?
He got an injury, but he's back now.
Well, you know, talking about injuries, Calexico lost a lot of valuable leadership last year when Sean Torres went down in that first game, and then Bobby Montejano followed suit. But Reese has picked up a lot of experience playing the last 4 games at that quarterback position where he had never played before. They brought him up from the JV. What can you share about that? What he picked up experience-wise, and then over the spring football practices?
Well, you know, Israel wasn't going to play football last year. We had to get out there and hustle him out. Tell him, you know, he came in believing he was going to be a receiver, and he ended up being the quarterback. The only problem is he can't throw to himself.
Yeah. Andre Lopez with a 1st and 10 takes it up to the Bulldog 39-yard line. So Lopez and Fernandez. And Reese out of the shotgun. Andre Lopez again. And we're seeing a lot of him. And this Eagle defense is allowing him 3 to 4 yards a carry.
That's all it takes, John, just like the old Ohio State Buckeyes back in the 60s, 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's what it's all about. It gets you to the end zone, and you eat up the time, and you give their offense no time to work with.
Well, you got to pound and ground. Soften them up, John. You know how it is.
Yeah.
When you get your skirt steak ready for carne asada.
Oh, yeah.
You go.
There you go. 2nd and 6 for Calexico at the 43. First quarter, 9:06 remaining. Israel Reese fakes to Lopez. Fernandez picks it up after he drops it, and he'll get 2 yards.
2 yards. Defensively on the defensive line, left to right, you have number 52, Vincent Valenzuela, 6-foot junior, weighing 200 pounds. Next to him is defensive tackle Jaden Real, number 53. He's only a sophomore, 5'9", but 208 pounds, built close to the ground, solid like a fire hydrant, hard to move. And then the other defensive lineman is number 72, Omar Reese, a senior, 5'10". He tips the scales at 263 pounds. And rounding out the front four, Jesus Diaz, number 74, weighing 256 pounds, standing 5'8". A fumble on the play, picked up by number 32, Jose Fernandez, a junior.
Actually, Lopez picked up his own fumble. And that's a second fumble in 2 plays.
Well, he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up a half a yard. It'll be 4th and short from the 47-yard line.
It looks like Calexico may be bringing out the punting unit. Tonight's game is brought to you by Calexico Wellness Center. Your well-being is our top priority. We're a nonprofit clinic bringing trusted healthcare directly to your neighborhood. That's Calexico Wellness Center at 760-270-9126.
Back to punt for Calexico, number 55, Antoine Farias, standing at his own 35-yard line.
Number 2 for the Eagles.
That's Leonardo Valenzuela.
And takes a Calexico bounce inside the 20, inside the 15 at about the 10.
And it's down by number 18 for Calexico. That's Christian Valencia, a senior.
And tonight's game is also brought to you by La Fonda, authentic Mexican food. From sizzling fajitas to famous enchiladas. La Fonda, where flavor meets family. By Arctic Air, beat the heat with our top-of-the-line York air conditioning systems at Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating. Stay cool and comfortable all summer long with unbeatable reliability. Call Arctic Air today for a free consultation. By Esqued Realty, thinking of selling or buying property? Trust the experts at Esqued Realty with unmatched local knowledge and offering professional and friendly service for the last 30 years. They'll get you top dollar for your investment or help you purchase your dream home. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence.
So the Calexico Bulldogs unable to do anything offensively. The Southwest Eagles, under the guidance of quarterback Damian Cordero, under center, will be leading the Eagles out.
Cordero handing off to his tailback. I got a number for you right now.
Well, you know, the quarterback looks like
number 3. That's Adrian Jauregui.
The quarterback looks like number 11, Joshua Ibarra.
So a pickup of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 from the 16-yard line, from the 15-yard line. Damian Cordero?
No, it's number 11.
And nothing there. Looked like they may have fumbled the ball, but the Bulldog defense was there, and it looks like Calexico may have recovered. So Calexico recovers a football deep in Eagle territory at the 15-yard line with a 1st and 10.
That was a great hit. Just as he delivered the ball to the running back, he got hit, and the ball just popped out of there, and Calexico was all over it. I think that's the reason why Coach plays this field position game. You know, he was 4th and 2. And some people would say, well, if he's picking up 3 to 4 yards a carry, why doesn't he go for it on 4th down?
Well, Calexico will come out with Israel Reese, number 5 at quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield by number 21, Andre Lopez, a senior, and Jose Fernandez, number 32, a junior. The wideouts are number 1, Alberto Castro, number 2, Aaron Valdez, and number 4, Joshua Ramirez.
Fernandez is in there. Reese is rolling out. Left-handed thrower, and pass intended to number 4. That's Joshua Ramirez out in the left flat, incomplete.
Right through his hands, a left-handed quarterback, Reese, blocking for the Calexico Bulldogs. At center is number 72, Chris Nunez. The left guard is Joe Vega. Left tackle, Ruben Aladame. Right guard is number 55, Antoine Farias, a junior, and 57, Andre Sanchez. Defensively for the Eagles, they go with number 2, Leonardo Valenzuela, number 4, Israel Sarmiento, number 8, Joe Johnston, number 11, Joshua Ibarra, number 16, Jose Mendoza.
And that little jet sweep to Leonel Canchola didn't fool anybody.
And he was brought down by number 52, Vincent Valenzuela, a defensive lineman. Go.
The defensive end. Somebody sure blew a blocking assignment there.
So a loss of 4 yards for the Bulldogs, 3rd and 14. The ball at the
17-yard line. Bulldogs inside the red zone. 3rd down.
Jose Fernandez in the backfield. Fakes it to him. Quick pass, caught. That's Leonel Canchola breaking a tackle and taking it in. Touchdown, Calexico, with Leonel Canchola on the reception from Israel Reese from the 17-yard line. Take it to the house.
Well, Reese rolling out to his left. He had 2 receivers in the area. He picked up the deeper receiver running a 15 and out. And checking off, he fired a bullet to Conchola, the returning senior all-league performer from last season. And he scores the first touchdown of the ball game with 5:24 remaining.
It looks like Israel Reese will now try for the point after. And it's kind of low line drive. It's good. So with 5:24 to go in this first quarter, Bulldogs up 7-0. And like shingles, we'll be back in a minute.
This Labor Day, El Centro Motors is bringing the Imperial Valley and its surroundings the biggest sell-a-thon of the year. Take advantage of 0% interest, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, enjoy 2 years or 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance on select vehicles and get 1,000 trade-in assistance toward your next ride. Don't miss these unbeatable Labor Day deals, only at El Centro Motors. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy.
Well, back here live at Eagle Field, Bulldogs just coming off a 17-yard pass play to Leonel Canchola, and kicking off for the Bulldogs, Antoine Farias. And deep to receive is number 11 and number 8 for the Eagles.
11 is Joshua Ibarra. Number 8 is Joe Johnston.
Johnston will field it inside the 15 and pass it to
11. That's Ibarra.
Ibarra finding some room on the other side.
Fumble.
Another fumble.
This time recovered immediately by number 24, Abe Moreno, a senior.
And so now the Eagles will try again with 5:14 remaining in the first quarter.
That was one heck of a hit by
So
Joshua.
the Eagles offensively will come out with Damian Cordero, number 5, 6'1", 172-pound sophomore. He'll be joining the backfield with Adrian Jaregui, along with Joe Johnston, number 8, and number 10, Roberto Perraza. Wideouts are number 2, Valenzuela, and number 4, Sarmiento.
Number 10 under center for the Eagles. Perraza, I formation, pop pass to the right side. It's caught by number 8,
Joe Johnston, a 5'8", 141-pound senior.
And he'll pick up 7 yards and take it to the 37 from the 30.
Covering on the play for Calexico, number 18, Christian Valencia. So defensively, the Bulldogs would go with number 3, Canchola, number 6, Adam Garcia, number 7, Dominic Flores, 8, Fernando Gonzalez, 9, CJ Delgado, 13, Ivan Ortiz. We'll give you the remaining defenders after this play.
Perraza on the center. He's going to give it to number 3 and brought down by number 50. Number 3 is Jaregui and brought down by number 50 for Calexico. That's Luis Castro.
Luis Castro, a sophomore defensive lineman for the Calexico Bulldogs.
Luis Castro, he was a freshman last year. Great kid. His goal was to be varsity this year, and here he is, you know, on the varsity. He worked hard.
Making a big play there.
Well, the defensive line is number 18, Christian Valencia, along with Hansel Torres, Hector Loera, number 24, Luis Castro, 50, and 66, Damian Solis.
3rd and 4 for the Eagles at their own 36-yard line. Peraza dropping back. Airs it out. A little rainbow pass is caught by number 8. That's Joe Johnston.
Johnson, a 5'8", 141-pound senior, on a flare out, catching that pass. Good enough to move those chains as they get a first down at the Eagle 41-yard line. Eagles are going left to right. The wind's behind their back. A nice summer breeze here, John.
Yep, just
August 29th.
There it is, August, the end of August, a Labor Day weekend.
It's actually a beautiful night for August there, Vic.
Yeah, we had a big rain earlier this weekend. It's kind of cooled things down. Peraza under center, out of the eye. Option. Johnston brought down hard.
No, that was number 3 for Southwest. That was Adrian Hadegi.
But number 6, Adam Garcia, yeah, brought from a safety position, brought him down behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, Calexico is coming out in this cover 3 defense because they're not respecting the pass right now. They're all about the run, but what we do know is that on a throwing down they will throw. So you should see 2 safeties.
So,
but it's back to cover 3.
The Eagles are running a power eye.
Peraza calls the signals, a quick pass, caught there. Number 8, again, that's Johnston, and takes it past the original line of scrimmage a couple yards.
Calexico defenders seem to be overplaying right now. What they need to do is sit down, gather their balance, and let them come to them and make their tackle.
Well, Bo Siebel is a first-year coach here at Southwest, but he has plenty of coaching experience. He was 9 years at Yuma High School, and here's an opportunity for him to move west, come into California, and bring in his power eye offense, see if he can get something clicking. Last year, the Southwest Eagles were 0-10. They're looking for their first victory as they lost last week to Canyon Springs in Riverside County.
Running for his life and throwing a dying quail is Cordero. So nothing there for them, and getting set to punt are the Eagles on a 4th down and 7 from their own 43.
And that's lucky for Calexico because the defensive back had fallen down. If he gets the ball there, he's got nothing but green all the way to the end zone.
Well, you know, dove season kicks off this Monday. That's so, John, that quail, it was lucky that nobody was shooting shotguns there, you know, trying to get some target practice. So back to receive for Calexico is number 7. That's Dominic Flores, a junior. He's standing at his own 25-yard line.
Number 29, the punter. Bad snap, and he's running for his life too. Breaks away 2 tacklers. Still on his feet, and almost gets a first down. That's number 29 for the Eagles. That's Daniel Dimas. So Dimas saves what could have been excellent field position for the Bulldogs had they tackled them way back there. So Calexico will get the ball 1st and 10.
It'll be inside Eagle territory at the 47-yard line. The Bulldogs are heading west. They're on the far hash mark. Bulldogs in all white uniforms with maroon numerals and a maroon stripe on their white helmet. The Eagles are in purple and gold pants, purple jerseys, and bright yellow, chrome yellow, school bus yellow helmets.
Reese and Lopez.
They look kind of like the LSU Tigers, John.
Yes, they do. Down in Baton Rouge. Andre Lopez with the handoff. Stutter stepping and
brought
picking
down
up a yard.
by number 2, Leonardo Valenzuela. Defensively, they go with Valenzuela, 6 foot, 142-pound senior at corner. The defensive backs are Sarmiento, Joe Johnston. The other corners, Joshua Ibarra. The linebackers are Jose Mendoza, number 16, and Abe Moreno, number 24, along with 27, Ignacio Perez. The defensive line is 52, Valenzuela, 53, Jaden Rial, 72, Omar Reese, and 74, Jesus Diaz.
2nd and 9 for Calexico. The ball at the 46. Reese and Lopez. Lopez right up the middle, stumbles to the 42.
Running behind the blocking of Antoine Farias and Andres Sanchez. He had an opening there, John, that he might have been able to break it, but he stumbled over his shoelaces and some tall blades of grass.
Yeah.
Speaking of grass, this field looks immaculate.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Now, Southwest really took pride in what they did in the offseason. It's beautiful.
So was that the end of the first quarter or timeout?
At the end of the first quarter, 7-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering. From concept to creation, trust Sanders to build the future today. Wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. By El Centro Motors. Looking for unbeatable deals? Head to El Centro Motors. Get huge savings on your favorite Ford models. Visit us today where your dream car is waiting. By Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right. On time, every time. Call Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Precision in every spark. By Burgers and Beer. Craving the perfect combo? Come to Burgers and Beer. Juicy, mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold craft beer, and what more could you want? Maybe some French fries? Visit Burgers and Beers today for the ultimate flavor experience. Taste it, love it, repeat. By State Farm. Accidents happen. But with Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm, you're covered. Get the protection you deserve with personalized service and great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And remember, when you travel into Mexico, you're covered for 50 miles. Action happens at the 51st mile. And by CR&R. Need reliable waste disposal? CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep your community clean and green. Visit crnrwasteservices.com. Keeping your world cleaner. CR&R.
As we get set for the second quarter to get underway as the teams change sides, we have an update at Centro 14, Palm Desert 0.
Well, here comes Calexico in that wing offense. Lopez in motion.
Going the other way, finds a big hole. Taking it all the way to the 35, 36-yard line. Does he get a first down? Yes, he does. They'll move the chains and get a 1st and 10. Ball will be placed at the 36, going in.
So offensively, the Calexico Bulldogs go with Reese at quarterback. He's a senior. He's joined in the backfield by number 21, Andre Lopez, and 32, Jose Fernandez. The wideouts are number 1, Alberto Castro, number 2, Aaron Valdez, and number 4, Joshua Ramirez. At center, number 72, Chris Nunez.
Reese dropping back, rolling. Pitch it, a quick pass to number 1.
That was Alberto Castro, and a good hit by number 2, corner Leonardo Valenzuela, jarring the ball loose.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Calexico.
You know, that play only comes once in a while there, Vic, because, you know, coaches upstairs, they're watching those linebackers, and when they catch those linebackers coming down the way they have been to make those plays at the line of scrimmage, then they sneak somebody right behind them, and that's what they just did. It should have hit for a big hit. Instead, the ball was dropped.
Well, maybe they'll come back to that later in the quarter.
It's a setup.
So it's 2nd and 10, the ball at the 36 for Central. John Moreno with a call.
Israel Reese out of the shotgun with Andre Lopez in the backfield. Looking at the jet sweep coming this way. Number 4, lowering his shoulder and making a great gain and a first down. A pickup of 15 yards. That is Joshua Ramirez on the carry. So Bulldogs will move the chains, and the ball will be spotted at the 24.
Excellent run by Ramirez, brought down by number 11, Joshua Ibarra, a 5'7", 140-pound senior, going both ways tonight, on which you'll see a lot of players doing on both squads.
Another 1st and 10 for Calexico. Israel Reese over the middle and can't find his receiver. That is number 2 for the Bulldogs. That is Aaron Valdez.
Well, you know, the good thing about it is the receivers are open. Once the quarterback gets a little more comfortable surveying the defensive secondary, I think he's going to start becoming more accurate and hitting his targets.
He just needs to fire. You know, Israel needs to get his confidence up on that passing.
So how do you develop confidence with a new quarterback or an inexperienced quarterback?
You pass.
A short passing game?
You start your short passing game. And you practice and you practice. And when you're through practicing, you practice a little bit more.
2nd and 9 from the 22. Israel Reese out of the shotgun for the Bulldogs. Timeout is called. And we'll be back with more in a minute on the Valley Sports Network.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro, and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
We're back here live at Eagle Field. Bulldogs just coming out of a timeout with a 2nd and 10 from the 22. Andre Lopez, Israel Reese, Jose Fernandez in the backfield.
Now that's a backbreaker. You come out of a timeout, huddling with the coaches, and right away a penalty.
Illegal substitution, is that what it is?
Illegal substitution.
Does John Seaman?
He's mic'd up.
He's mic'd up, but you can't hear him. Or I couldn't. Maybe if I took off my headset.
That would help, Vic. A 5-yard penalty against Calexico.
Wow, off a timeout, an illegal substitution?
The secret weapon.
That blade of grass there, Vic.
Bulldogs in all white, garnet trim, shades of the 1950s, John.
Yep. The stripes. Andre to the 20.
Tackled by number 27. That's Ignacio Perez, a 5'10", 175-pound junior for the Southwest Eagles. But not until he picked up
7 yards. It'll be third and
13.
3rd and 8.
I believe they're going to come back and pass on this one.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
Well, they have 2 downs to get a first down, let alone a touchdown. They're in the green zone right now.
Leonel Canchola in the backfield.
Well, they're in the red zone. They're at the 20.
Fernandez in motion. Bad snap. And Israel Reese falling on it.
Tell you what, that's pretty smart of Israel just to fall in it instead of trying to pick it up and make a play and get, maybe even injured. It's very smart of them.
So it'll be a 4th down play, 4th and long. They need to get to the 13-yard line of the Eagles.
Eagles look like they're in a prevent defense out there. They got 4 guys over the top, shelled up.
The clock running. We have 9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in the second period. Calexico 7, Southwest 0. And at Cal Jones Field, the Central Spartans are leading 14-0 over the visiting Palm Desert Aztecs out of the Coachella Valley.
Israel Ruiz. Little dump pass to Jose Fernandez. And lowering his shoulder, cannot get to the first down marker and goes out of bounds around the 20.
Well, at least it'll back up the Eagles deep into their own territory, so it works like a punt.
That was a smart little screenplay right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works like a short punt. Puts them back at what, about the 15-yard line, or are they at the 20?
At the 20.
So the Eagles will start their second offensive series deep in their own territory at their own 20-yard line. In at quarterback is number 5, Damian Cordero. He'll be joined by Roberto Perraza along with Adrian Jaregui. The wideouts are Valenzuela, Sarmiento, and Joe Johnston.
Shotgun there, Coach.
Number 5 is the quarterback. That's Cordero. He's been switching with Perraza.
Here comes the pass.
Shotgun, 1st and 10. Coming over deep. And almost picked off there by number 7 for the Bulldogs. That's Jose Uribe. No. Is Dominic Flores.
Dominic Flores. Jose Uribe is for the Spartans.
Yes.
For the Eagles, excuse me.
He did everything right. Got to the highest point. He intercept the ball.
Right. That's why we have preseason games, to sharpen their skills, to get ready for league.
2nd and 10 from the 20.
So, John, what's your take on Southwest moving down to the Desert Valley, the Desert League?
Well, apparently the athletic directors had meetings along with their coaches, and that was the decision because they were not having success as much as they were used to, and the Hopeville Vikings were having a lot, so they kind of just switched places. Hopeville in the Desert League. Cordero with the ball.
Well, Hopeville went undefeated last year, 10-0. The Southwest Eagles were winless, 0-10, so that makes sense. And Hopeville has an outstanding program right now under the direction of Jason Turner.
And I think tonight they're at Mission Bay, if I'm not mistaken. So that's another game that's playing out of town. And I'd rather be in Mission Bay, though.
Can't you feel this ocean breeze?
Oh, yes, this it is. We can, it's a new river breeze.
Is that what this means?
So it's a 3rd and 5 from the 25 for the Eagles. Cordero, tall and lanky in the backfield. Cordero dropping back. Screen. And just airs it out, and it's caught. Number 5 with a first down. Sorry, that's number 8 for the Eagles. That is Joe Johnston, gets a first down. And what looked to be like a broken play was an excellent pass play and a save from Joe Johnston.
Right, Cordero was flushed out of the pocket, forced to scramble. Luckily, he found a receiver, a safety valve.
He came back to him. That receiver was out on the route, and he came back to the quarterback when he saw he was in trouble, found some open space, and created a good play.
That was a heads-up play.
It wasn't a screen, was it?
By Joe Johnson, no.
It looks like
it looked like it started as a screen, but he came back and turned it into one.
The defensive line just came in.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 at the Eagle 45-yard line. 7:31 remaining here in the second quarter.
Cordero going deep. And
deflected at the last second
by number 9
for the Calexico Bulldogs. That is
Delgado.
C.J. Delgado, a senior. So from his safety position, he was patrolling what you would call in baseball jargon center field.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds. Celebrate local culture and agriculture, hosting the annual California Midwinter Fair and year-round events. The IID, the Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water and energy. And brought to you by Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community.
Yeah, and CJ extended that 5'6" frame and became like 7 feet tall to get to that ball.
So 2nd and 10 at the 45 for the Eagles.
Cordero out of the gun. And in there quickly was Leonel Canchola.
Number 3, an all Imperial Valley League performer from last year.
So a 4th down, or 3rd down. Third and 10 from the 45.
So, John, not every school has that electronic down marker where you can see the numbers on the screen. Does Calexico have one?
No, I think Central's the only one that has one that we have witnessed. So 3rd and 10 from the 45. Cordero and Jauregui in the backfield for the Eagles. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cordero going to the right, looking for a man, and it's picked off. Number 9 for the Bulldogs, CJ Delgado.
So
At the 15-yard line, 16-yard line.
CJ Delgado, number 9, from his safety position, backpedaling, picked off the pass from Damian Cordero, and as a result, the Bulldogs will take over with 7:09 remaining here in the second quarter. Calexico 7, Southwest 0.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by the Dom Team for business, residential, and farmland real estate. By Havens Landscaping for all your landscaping material needs. And by the Imperial Valley Health Care District, founded in 2023, IVHD is dedicated to expanding access and improving health care for Imperial County. And by Top Notch Barbershop, fresh cuts always a fadeaway. And by RDO, nothing runs like a deer.
You know, John, we talk about global exposure. We'd like to address Ken James, a graduate of 1968 in Batesville, Arkansas, as he's enjoying the Calexico Bulldogs Southwest Eagle clash. It's a 2-hour time difference, so he's probably got his smoking jacket and pajamas on and slippers as he's watching the game. Kenny, thanks for supporting the Calexico Bulldogs, your alma mater. We look forward to seeing you soon at one of these upcoming holidays.
Yes, Kenny James was a coach for many years at Calexico High School, coached just about everything, became athletic director, assistant principal, and then moved on to other administrative positions, and finally the state superintendent of instruction in the state of Arkansas. So hats off to Coach Kenny James.
John, he was a standout baseball player from Little League age on into the university level, playing shortstop and pitching. Outstanding player, outstanding teammate, great friend.
Great coach. He was my freshman coach and taught me tons.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to discipline.
Oh, yeah. Always told me, don't forget to get involved, or don't be afraid to get involved. I still think about that. Andre Lopez with the handoff. And pounds his way up to about the 19-yard line.
Offensively, the Bulldogs go with center, number 72, Chris Nunez, a senior, along with the guards, Joe Vega, number 60, and number 55, Antoine Farias, 55, both from the junior class. And the tackle, number 77 on the left side, is number 77, Ruben Aladame. He's a senior. And the right tackle is 57, Andre Sanchez. So 2 seniors on the offensive line, 3 juniors. So good upperclassmen.
6.5 to go in this second quarter. Andre Lopez shifting his way, lowering his shoulder, and taking it to the 35. A pickup of at least 13, 14 yards and a 1st and 10 for Calexico.
Brought down initially by number 11. That was Joshua Ibarra, the corner, at 5'7", 140 pounds.
Antoine Farias did a great job of getting to that inside shoulder of that defensive end to spring that for about 15 yards.
And then number 21, Angelo Tavares, a sophomore, able to provide some assistance. So it's a 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 34-yard line, second quarter.
Andre Lopez with a little misdirection in the back. Picks up another 10 yards.
Running behind the blocking of number 60, Joe Vega, and center Chris Nunez, able to attack the interior of the defensive front of the Southwest Eagles.
You know what really springs that is that pulling guard. You don't see him because they're in there tight. And all he's got to do is shift over one position across the center.
Well, you know, the defensive line front for the Eagles has some good size. You have number 52, Vicente Valenzuela, 6 foot, 200 pounds. The defensive tackles, 5'9", 208 pounds, is Jaden Rial. Omar Reese, 5'10", 263 pounds. And then you have Jesus Diaz, 5'8", but a solid 256. So the Calexico offensive line has the challenge in front of them.
1st and 10 from the 44. Flare pass to number 1, Alberto Castro, losing yardage.
That was a setup play also. That was a little bubble screen that Calexico likes to run, and usually it's set up by that. If you notice, they pulled their guards towards us, right? And then they made that little fake handoff, and then Israel brought it up and threw it to the bubble. But Southwest did a great job of being disciplined and staying home.
Stayed home.
They're being coached.
So when you talked earlier in your previous commentary, you talked about gaining confidence for the quarterback, a young quarterback, and doing so quickly, a quick passing game. Is that short passes or just having them throw to the first read?
You know something, it's
2nd and 12 from the 42. Passes caught by number 4. That's Joshua Ramirez. He'll take it to the 47.
He was covered like a cheap West suit, John, number 27.
Not wet, just a cheap suit.
Okay.
like I was saying, Vic, I believe that the passes that Israel throws are not a read right now. They're all predetermined. They're all predetermined by the offensive coordinator who sees what the linebackers are doing, and then he sends the play downstairs to react to whatever.
Okay, well, that was number 27, Ignacio Perez, making that quick tackle. Short gain of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 from the 47.
Fernandez in motion. Reese stepping up. And looking for receiver that's down. That is number 1. That's Alberto Castro.
He had Jose Fernandez, number 32, in the flat, wide open right in front of him, but he looked for the deeper route, Castro, and as a result, the pass falls incomplete. Calexico will be in a punting situation. 4th and 7, 3:10 remaining here in the second quarter. The ball at the 47-yard line of Calexico. Standing inside his own 25-yard line is number 2. That's Leonardo Valenzuela.
And Antoine Farias punting for Calexico. Low snap, and it's an end over end. And it will be fielded inside the 25.
That's Valenzuela getting to the outside, John.
And thrown out at about the 40.
Number 11.
Number 11 for the Bulldogs. That's Christopher Cruz or Christopher Cross.
So tonight's game is being brought to us by
La Fonda Bar and Grill. Our good friend Tony Camacho, Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town. CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. Calexico Wellness Center, your health is our priority. El Centro Motors, visit the team at El Centro Motors for your next car, truck, or SUV. Arctic Air, dependable AC sales and service you can trust. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. And Sanders Architecture and Engineering, building the future today. Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm Insurance Agent in the Imperial Valley. By Ivy Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor.
In the spread formation, number 5, quarterback Damian Cordero, a 6'1", 172-pound sophomore. He's joined in the backfield with Valenzuela, Sarmiento, Jaregui, wideouts Joe Johnston, and Roberto Perraza.
That was a 5-yard penalty?
Illegal substitution. They had a guy in the huddle, and that was 12 on the field, so he came out of the huddle, and that's called an illegal substitution.
2:57 remaining in the first half. Bulldogs up 7-0.
Back in the 60s, we used to call that the sleeper.
The sleeper.
You also had the Statue of Liberty, didn't you, Vic?
We sure did. We had lots of statues of liberty.
Quick pass and couldn't hang on to it. Number 8. Joe Johnston. Cordero threw it right in his hands.
So it'll be a 2nd and 10.
15.
2nd and 15, correction. The ball at the 35.
With 2:52 remaining.
We had the sleeper in 1966 when I was a junior, all set up against Brawley. The receiver ran and stood 1 yard in the sideline amongst all the players. Just before the snap, our equipment manager, Bob Mama Flores, pulled him off the field, thinking that we had too many players out of the field. The quarterback, Mike Padilla, was scrambling, looking for his receiver downfield, and he was nowhere to be found. He was on the ground, tackled by our equipment man.
Cordero rolling, being chased, and brought down by Calexico's number 24. That's Hector Loera.
Loera, only a junior.
Sophomore. Sophomore this year. I know we have it written down as junior, but he's a sophomore. I know that because I coached him last year. He
Okay, rule number 1.
broken. Sorry.
We want to give you accurate information.
Right.
Nonetheless, it was a sack, and it'll be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 17. The ball at the 33-yard line.
Pretty soon you're going to start questioning all my weights and measures here at everybody's height.
Yeah, Ruben coached the freshman last year, so a lot of these players he worked with a year ago. Cordero in the gun. Jauregui in the backfield with him. Doubles. Or is it going to the right? And brought down immediately by Leonel Canchola. And that pass was caught there by number 2. That's Valenzuela. So
Got a penalty there, John.
what's the penalty? Let's see.
It's in the area of holding.
Can you hear John Seaman there, John, with a white hat?
No. Holding. And they'll probably decline it.
Yep.
And they bring up a 4th down, right? Or they'll probably move it even. It was a.
I thought John was going to declare this is an unlawful assembly. You have 30 seconds to
disperse. So the Eagles will probably end up punting with a 4th and long at the ball at the 34.
We have a minute 52 remaining here in the second quarter. Calexico 7, Southwest 0.
I'll tell you what, if Calexico wants to win this game, they need to score again.
Yeah.
Because Southwest is gaining confidence every series. You can see that in them.
Well, it's a 4th and 16 at their 34-yard line. They don't look like they're in punt formation.
No. With under 2 minutes to go.
They're just missing the punter there, Coach. There he is.
Timeout is called. And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert. Just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State, now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what program?
We're back here live at Eagle Field with the punt from the Eagles to the Bulldogs. We fielded inside the 35. And taken up to the 45.
That was number 7 for Calexico, Dominic Flores, a junior, giving Calexico excellent field position with 1:42 remaining here in the first half. Calexico up 7-0. The ball at the Calexico 46-yard line, just shy of midfield. So the quarterback for Calexico, Reese, is looking more comfortable there in the pocket. He's in spread formation, about 5 yards back behind the line of scrimmage.
And Jose Fernandez with him. 3 receivers to the right, to the left. Fernandez will take the handoff. Cross midfield to the 48.
Running behind the blocking of left guard Joe Vega and left tackle number 77, Ruben Aladame.
A pickup of 6 for Fernandez.
It'll be second and a short 4. The ball crossing midfield at the Eagle 49-yard line.
1:17 and counting. Fernandez again. Gets that first down.
You know, John, there's no substitute for a strong ground game. A running attack that not only can eat up the clock, but pick up considerable real estate, and just that old saying, pound and ground.
And that's what these running backs are doing. But the Eagles have found a way to stop them.
They have that bend but don't break personality right now, the Eagles do.
1st and 10. Reese dropping back, looked like a screen. And in between the arms of number 23, Hansel Torres.
Well, there's going to be a first down here, John, because this guy got hit late, way late.
Israel got hit late?
Yes, sir.
So the clock stops with 33 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The ball at the 44-yard line, Calexico faced with a 2nd and 10.
Personal foul.
Roughing the passer.
So are we looking at 10 yards or 15?
15.
15 big ones. So it should be first down at about the 29.
Did you catch the number of the one that?
The culprit? The guilty
culprit.
party?
I'd give you a number, but I don't want to.
Well, John Seaman said it, but I didn't hear it. First and 10. Ball up to 44.
The ball never moved.
Offsetting penalties.
Okay.
Going deep. And intercepted. Number 2. Leonardo Valenzuela.
So the corner, Leonardo Valenzuela, 6 foot, 142 pounds, utilized his height advantage there to come down with the football and the interception, denying Calexico, with 26 seconds remaining here in the first half, an opportunity to increase their lead. So the Southwest Eagles will be taking over at their own 15-yard line. They're going right to left on your television screen. They're going westward bound here along Interstate 8 as the Southwest Eagle Stadium is aligned parallel with Interstate 8 here, a great venue for high school football.
You know, on that interception, I believe Calexico's inexperience really showed up because that receiver made no attempt to become a defender when the ball was thrown short.
Peraza will take a knee, and that'll take us into the halftime. So Calexico is up 7-0. And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert, just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State. Now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what programs do we need to do? What services do we need to provide? You know, where are some of our transfer portals that we need to make sure that we open up for our students? I have to give my all. And I encourage my teams and the campus community, hey, let's give our all, because these are our neighbors. These are the kids down the block. They're gonna be our doctors, they're gonna be our nurses, they're gonna be here. So how can we make sure that they have all the resources and the support they need to get there?
Imperial Valley College. We are IVC. For more, visit imperial.edu.
No cool? No problem. For over 29 years, Arctic Air has been keeping Imperial Valley cool. You've seen our orange vans around. Chances are your neighbor is already cool thanks to us. Call today to ask about our Comfort Club membership, and you'll never have to worry about your AC again. We're here for you 24/7.
Johnny's Burritos, serving the Imperial Valley since 1963. A Imperial Valley tradition, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Wishing all these students this month going back to school a big welcome back.
Welcome to Kennedy's Carne, the premier destination for top quality meats since 1959. Located in El Centro and Yuma, Arizona, we are home to over 30 awards and specialize in carne asada, perfected over generations. With 2 locations to serve you, visit Kennedy Carnes today. Every cut, a masterpiece of quality.
Imperial Flying Service, taking care of the entire Imperial Valley with all your aviation fuel needs. Imperial Flying Service is a proud supporter of our U.S. military, the aviation community, and all Imperial Valley communities.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
We're here at Burgers and Beer with the best burgers in town.
We get to sit together and enjoy the great food.
I like when Burgers and Beer is in the lemonade.
For the fresh iced tea, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
It was wonderful, very fast, very efficient.
I love the great food and family environment.
I love the burgers and the customer service.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
Dippy Duck wants to remind everyone to stay active, play safe, and be cool this summer. Even if you don't have access to a swimming pool, there are plenty of other ways to cool off without going near canals. To play it safe, please remember Dippy Duck's rules. Never swim in a canal, never play near canals, and never jump into a canal. If you see someone fall in, get help or call 911. If something drops in accidentally, let it go. Things can always be replaced, but your life can't. Just stay away, and you'll stay alive.
You know what, Doc? Ever since I came back from my music tour, I've been feeling great.
Well, everything looks great. Your blood pressure's normal, your cholesterol's in check. Just need to check your lungs and we'll be done.
Oh, no need for that, Doc. Let me show you what I got.
Charles, I don't think...
So, what do you think, Doc? Still got the golden lungs, right?
Welcome to the Dom Team Real Estate Company, your partners in navigating the Imperial Valley's real estate market. As the Valley has transformed, so have we, honing our expertise to ensure your real estate needs are met with unparalleled insight and dedication. Doug Dom is the broker and a 4th-generation Imperial Valley native. His 3 decades of farming experience and hard-working approach guarantee results in the purchasing and selling of agricultural land and commercial properties. Andrew Dom is one of our trusted realtors. His expertise in the sale of farmland and residential properties has earned the respect of his peers in the realtor community. Behind every smooth transaction is Marisa Kelly. With nearly 3 decades in the Valley and a background in title insurance, she ensures every detail is meticulously managed. Whether residential, commercial, or agricultural, we know the market. Contact the Dom Team Real Estate Company today.
Not sure what you want to do after high school? The dual enrollment program at Imperial Valley College is here to help.
Our goal is to make sure that every single student in the county has the opportunity, 1, to graduate from high school, and 2, earn some college units, some college credits before they graduate from high school.
Dual enrollment helped me out to finish faster towards my career and life. You get a little taste of that college experience of what to expect.
So even if you don't know what you want to do as a career, by taking college courses that are general education, you're able to explore. Maybe you find a love, an interest, and a passion for business or psychology or history.
It starts with our high school students. If they get the chance to see college, experience college at an early age, research says they're more likely to, 1, attend college, and 2, graduate from college. And that's what we want.
Start exploring your future today with dual enrollment at Imperial Valley College. Apply for dual enrollment to find your passion today by talking to your high school counselor or visit www.imperial.edu/dual enrollment.
At Pioneer Memorial Hospital, we've been caring for our community for decades.
And at our Centro Regional, we're committed to bringing specialized care closer to home.
Together, we're building a stronger healthcare network for every family in Imperial Valley.
Because when it comes to your health, we are all on the same team.
Imperial Valley Healthcare District, one team, healthier tomorrow.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Eagles Field here at Southwest High School along Interstate 8, the corridor. You know, very unique here, this setting with high school sports, to have the football field and your baseball diamond and softball field adjacent to here. No one else has that.
Right. Well, that's how it got the name of Freeway Park. You know, when it was first named, now it's, of course, named after Mickey Carter Field at Freeway Park. So,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Valley Sports Network, VSN, as the Calexico Bulldogs visiting the Southwest Eagles here in their opening match here at home. This is the second game of the 2025 season. Calexico won last week by a score of 49-6 over the the San Isidro Cougars, and the Southwest Eagles lost their game against Canyon Springs. But tonight, it's a close game after 2 quarters of play. Calexico leads 7-0, and our halftime guest is the vaunted Ruben Valenzuela, the outstanding athletic director here for Southwest High School. Ruben, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Vic. Much appreciated. Thanks for having me.
So with the 2025 season underway, the academic school year,
yes,
you have a lot of sport offerings, the addition of girls flag football, as well as girls volleyball being played in the fall, and cross country, golf, what have you. How have you been able to balance and juggle all these different sports on your athletic calendar?
Well, it's a challenge, but we do the best that we can. You know, we want to try to offer as many sports as we can to different athletes, and ranging from, like you said, football, flag football, all the way to girls golf and tennis. And, you know, we find a way to make it work. And I've got great coaches that are really committed to our student athletes. They work very, very hard day in and day out, despite the heat, you know, and we find a way to make it work. And we're giving our student athletes a great opportunity here at Southwest.
A great opportunity that you can see. The facilities are outstanding, and the field is very picturesque. You want to take a picture of the field and getting that ready.
Yep.
As you, but the sharing of time. You have girls flag football playing twice a week.
Right.
You have the freshman and JV football teams as well playing on Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Right.
And then the varsity clashes. And then Vincent Memorial High School on occasion when there's an opening on a Friday night. If Southwest is on the road, they'll request to use this field as one of their home games.
Correct. They do that, so they're going to be playing here quite a few times. But fortunately, we do have a little bit more space. We've got a practice field. We've got the basin over there behind the visitors' bleachers. So we find a way to make it work, and our coaches are very good about working with each other. That's the one thing is there's a lot of communication between our two football teams, tackle and flag, and they make it work, Vic. They're with their practice schedules. Some are practicing a little earlier when they can, weather permitting, of course, with the heat, and they're here sometimes till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, but they find a way to work together, and that says a lot about our football coaching staffs.
You know, Southwest, one of the newer high schools per se, opening its doors in the mid-90s, etc., adopting the UCLA fight song, the USC and Notre Dame fight songs, it seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really impressive that that your band is able to incorporate all those to support their athletics here. But you've been at the mountaintop back in 2016, 2017,
right,
with that great John Mitasinka-led team with Justin Cordova, the Saigon boy, the Cameron Youngers, etc., an outstanding defense. They went to the state championship, and now you find the Southwest going winless last year,
right,
and then switching leagues, going to the Desert League. Can you explain and clarify how that transformation or transition occurred?
The transition to the Desert League was just based on our overall ranking. We felt it was time to make a change, especially with the struggles that we had this past year. So within the Southeastern Conference, that's something that we discussed as far as what we could probably do to give Southwest a fighting chance, knowing that we're really on a rebuild project. And so it was agreed amongst the schools within the conference to go ahead and have us go down to the Desert League and have Hopeville come up with all the successes that they've been having over the past few years to make it work, and here we are, and we're excited about where we're at. We're excited about the future. We're excited about the present with our new coach, Bo Seibel. He's doing a fantastic job, and he knows he's got a big mountain to climb in front of him, but he's willing to accept the challenge, Vic, and he has so far, and he comes with a fire, a mentality, just a strong work ethic that he's building in these young men, and they're buying in. You know, they're really doing a great job, and so Bo knows that he's got a big mountain to climb, but if there's anybody that's going to climb that mountain right now, it's going to be him along with these young men.
Well, knowing that he has your support, I was watching them during the pregame warm-ups as I was down on the field,
right,
and the enthusiasm that the coaching staff was conveying to the players, and the players were picking up on that, and they were fired up. You know, Calexico has a strong team, a strong running game, yet they've only managed 7 points on the board.
Right.
And it's a close game. It's anybody's ball game right now after 2 quarters of play, and we have 2 more to play. What is your outlook for this coming season? What kind of challenges did you bestow on the coaching staff and the football program?
I didn't really say a lot. I let him bring in his philosophy. Let him bring in his work ethic. Let him bring in what he felt he needed to do to start climbing that mountain, knowing that we're starting from the bottom. And we've taken giant steps since he's been here last spring already. And we knew that we had an opportunity to compete tonight. There's no doubt in any of those kids' minds or our coaching staff that we were going to be able to compete tonight. They knew they were going to be able to come out here and play some good football. Yeah, a couple mistakes, gave them a short field for a touchdown, but we're right in the ball game. And to see that, because we haven't seen it in quite a while, Vic, that's already a step in the right direction for us. And it's only going to continue, and it's only going to get better.
Switching gears, as we know, there's other fall sports that have captured your attention from an administrative standpoint. Let's talk about the girls' volleyball team, as well as some of the other fall sports that Southwest Eagles are engaged in.
We'll see, and there was a reverse transition. We actually left from the Desert League in girls volleyball, and now we're back in the Imperial Valley League. So, and we're back in Division III. So due to the success of our volleyball program in the past, of course, a couple of years ago, a CIF section title, we're continuing to move forward. The program is continuing to grow. Right now, we have a freshman volleyball tournament going on in our gym, and all the teams in the Imperial Valley are here. And it's great to see. And so we're continuing to build the volleyball program. Cross country has over 30 athletes running. We'll be hosting our own meet a week from Saturday. Our invitational out at Sunbeam Lake. Girls golf is off to a strong start. Girls tennis as well. Flag football. We hosted a tournament here last week and had a great turnout from the Valley teams. Everything's been great.
Well, you know, shout outs to your grounds crew and the custodial staff, everybody that gets your facilities ready.
Yep.
The football stadium looks pristine and outstanding.
Thank you very much.
You have an outstanding performing arts theater for concerts, plays, and the arts. And then your gymnasium is the Class of the Valley. It's the largest gymnasium where you can host these tournaments. And whether it's volleyball tournaments or basketball tournaments, all games being played at the same time on several different courts. What do you attribute that to?
Our community. Just our community and all the input that we get from everybody. And then, like you said, you mentioned our custodial staff, our grounds crew. They are a fantastic group of people that really work hard to help maintain our fields, and not just that football field. You'll see it on our baseball and softball fields in the spring. We'll do our best to keep it up during soccer as well. You know how the winter treats Bermuda grass. So we do the best that we can. And I just, the community here, the people on our campus, all of the support from our administration all the way down to the final custodian, groundskeeper. They all work very hard, and they work hard for all of our student athletes here at Southwest.
Well, on behalf of VSN, we certainly extend our thank you for the hospitality that you've extended to us, and have shown us year in and year out when we were Bulldog Media, Bulldog Radio, and now with VSN. Any closing comments that you'd like to make?
That you guys are always welcome.
Okay.
Anytime. We'll set you up, and we're more than happy to have you, because you help get the opportunity for these kids so other people can see them that are outside of our valley. And, you know, we've probably got aunts and uncles, grandparents that are getting to watch their relatives play tonight. And that's on both sides. That's, you know, for Calexico as well as Southwest.
Right.
So the thing is that you know that you guys are always, always welcome here at Southwest High School. The door is always open.
It's global exposure, not only from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the deans of athletic directors throughout Southern California, Ruben Valenzuela, gracing our halftime show. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vic. Good to see you again.
We'll be back with more in a minute on Valley Sports Network.
You just have to get in the seat of the new John Deere Gator XUV. Not because it puts work in its place, but because all this versatility kinda just makes your day.
Buenas noticias para el Valle Imperial. Dos hospitales con gran historia se están uniendo. El Centro Regional Medical Center y Pioneers Memorial Hospital ahora forman parte del nuevo Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Esto significa que tú y tu familia ya cuentan con un sistema de salud más fuerte, con más servicios y mejor atención médica. Unidos construimos un futuro más saludable, accesible y humano. Distrito de Salud del Valle Imperial. Juntos somos más fuertes.
Este verano yo estoy ahorrando, ¿y usted? A pesar del calor del verano, no hay mejor momento para ahorrar energía y dinero mientras se mantiene fresco. IID ofrece programas para ayudarle a ahorrar, incluyendo al menos $1,500 en medidas de eficiencia energética, reembolsos en electrodomésticos eficientes, $50 por reciclar su refrigerador viejo, un refrigerador nuevo para clientes que califiquen y más. En casa, ahorre ajustando su termostato 78 grados o más y utilice ventiladores. Para más información, visite el sitio web de IID.
Imperial Valley College is the #1 community college in the nation. Winner of the 2023 Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.
DP-DAC quiere recordarle a todos que se mantengan activos, jueguen seguros y que sean cool este verano. Si no tienes acceso a una alberca, hay muchas maneras de refrescarte sin acercarte a los canales. Para estar seguro, recuerda las reglas de DP-DAC. Nunca nades en un canal, nunca juegues cerca de un canal y nunca te metas a un canal. Si ves a alguien caer en un canal, busca ayuda o llama al 911. Mantente alejado y seguirás vivo.
Welcome back, everybody, to Eagles Field here at Southwest High School. as the Calexico Bulldogs getting set to kick off with Antoine Farias, number 55, holding a 7-0 lead over the Southwest Eagles as the ball goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Joe Johnston did not return it.
Well, John, we'd like to thank Ruben Valenzuela for being such a gracious host and a great halftime interview here as the longtime athletic director for the Southwest Eagles.
And he was recently awarded some accolades out of the San Diego County and Imperial County as an AD, right?
Right. We have some outstanding athletic directors, not only with Ruben Valenzuela, but Billy Brewer up at Brawley.
Victor Cruz and
Imperial.
And we have a new one in Calexico, Oscar Rosas, who's so far doing a great job. And then C.J.
Johnston
in Hopeville.
And he's also a vice principal there.
And Carla Soto and Vincent Memorial. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
They'll go with Damian Cordero at quarterback.
No, it's Peraza. They're switching Peraza and Cordero. Peraza under center. The handoff to number 3. And in there on the stop is number 9 and number 13. That's Jauregui stopping, but for the Bulldogs, number 9, that's C.J. Delgado, and number 13, Ivan Ortiz.
Offensively, the Eagles will go with Jaden Real at center. The guards are Vincent Valenzuela and Max Martinez. The tackles are Dash Eugenio and Dylan Cancel. Eugenio wearing jersey number 55, 5'11", 217 pounds, only a junior.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles. The ball at the 38. And number 3, that's Jauregui, stopped by Ivan Ortiz, coming out of the backfield. That's a loss.
That was a great read by Ivan. I mean, he was right there at the line of scrimmage right now.
So, Ruben, from a coaching standpoint, what do the coaches on both sides of the ball at halftime tell their players? Is it a shouting match or is it instructional?
It has to be instructional. Has to be instructional because there's adjustments going on. You might raise your voice a little bit so as to emphasize certain things, but it's never a shouting match. It's never a yell at. It's never a scold. It's never a you and a. It's not like that. Everything's an adjustment and everything is about what's happened at the game.
You have to know when to pat him on the back instead of slapping him on the back.
Absolutely, that's so true. And if you do raise your voice to the wrong guy, you need to make sure before you leave that night that you let him know that it's not personal. It's just part of being coached.
Do you find that coaches over the years coach how they were coached? If you played for somebody that was a screamer and a yeller or somebody that was real quiet, you kind of pick up on that, thinking that's the coaching jargon, the coaching mannerisms, etc.
You know something? Back in my youth, I thought I could be like my coaches, Horace Luna and Cesar Luna, and raise my voice, and like Danny Buelna. And you need to adjust to the culture of the kids, because if you try to be old school and the kids are who they are now, you're going to lose them. You're going to lose them. So, everything has its balance. Everything has its balance. They like to be yelled at. They like to know, yeah, but never berated.
That's the key point, berated, never.
Cordero back in there out of the gun. A little pop pass, number 3, that's Jauregui. Takes it to the 40. Picks up 7 yards.
Jauregui, a 5'7", 155-pound junior, elusive runner as he's able to get across the 35, advancing the ball to the 40-yard line.
Well, I think if that defensive back had come in and broken down and come to balance, he would have made that running back stop in his tracks too. Instead, he went straight at the running back, overplayed him, running back cut back and picked up several yards.
Well, with 9:40 remaining here in the third quarter, it forces the Southwest Eagles into a punting situation.
Number 29, punting for the Eagles.
Daniel Dimas.
Dimas with a low snap. He gets it off. And dominant number 9, is that
Carlos Delgado, CJ Delgado.
And had trouble picking it up.
Well, what could have been a disaster and a turnover, at least he was able to get a yard forward progress.
His eyes were 50 yards downfield before he had the ball in his hands, you know, and he's got to make sure that he catches the ball, secures it, tucks it in, and then flashes downfield.
You know, with a lot of these players, dual athletes, sometimes it's wise to have a center fielder or shortstop, you know, back there deep to receive on kickoffs and punts. So Calexico comes out with 9:15 remaining here in the third quarter, up by a score of 7-0.
Reese and Fernandez in the backfield. Fernandez will take the handoff, finds a big hole, and brings a few guys with him as he takes it to the 45. Pick up a 15 yards.
Brought down by number 4. That was Israel Vallejo Sarmiento, but we have a shaken up Bulldog on the play. Could be cramping,
And
but we're not medics here.
And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN. We're back here live now. The Bulldogs with a 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Outstanding run by Jose Fernandez. He'll get it again. And takes it to midfield. And number 77 on the stop for the Eagles.
You know, on that they ran that belly play, and the pulling guard was the new guard that just replaced Joe Vega.
Right.
And he did a pretty decent job. That was a 5-yard pickup.
So it'll come up to a 2nd and 5 right at midfield for Calexico. And as we saw some of the coaches that were up here come down, they were not very happy with the first half performance by the Bulldogs.
On either side.
Yeah, and they, after coming off of, what they scored 46 points last week at San Isidro?
Yep.
And Andre Lopez had 156 yards rushing?
Sometimes you can attribute that to overconfidence, John.
There's Fernandez. And not much there.
But, you know, give credit to the Southwest Eagles. They're defensively, they're controlling the line of scrimmage, giving the Calexico offensive line all they can handle there to try to open up running lanes for the vaunted running backs of Fernandez
and Lopez.
You know what really hurts Calexico there, Vic, is having a guy go down. Having a guy go down because there's very little depth.
Reese will keep it. Goes straight up, gets a first down and takes it to the Southwest 41-yard line.
That had all the appearances of a busted play. You know, the running back that was in motion looked like he was supposed to get the ball, but
that's what the play's supposed to do, make you believe that the running back has the ball as the quarterback keeps it right down the middle on a quarterback belly.
Well, I would have said the quarterback had the presence of mind to, you know, follow the lineman and turn lemons into a lemonade as he picks up a much-needed first down to keep this drive alive.
Reese to Fernandez. And he's just grabbing 4 or 5 yards at a time, Vic.
Well, he was brought down by number 53 of the
Eagles.
That being Jaden Real, 5'9", 208 pounds, but a pickup of about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the Eagle 36-yard line. The Eagles going with number 74, Jesus Diaz, number 72, Omar Reese, and number 53, Jaden Real, along with 52, Vincent Valenzuela as the front four. We'll give you the linebackers after this play.
Reese.
Face mask, it looked like.
Yeah, but they didn't call it, and he is sacked. Number 77.
77, Ruben. Nope, that's the wrong team.
Wow. You know, Calexico does have some RPOs they could open up when the linebackers are coming up and showing blitz.
5:51 remaining in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 7-0. Tough play to come back from. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 16.
Their linebackers are 27, Perez, Moreno, and Mendoza.
Reese on a screen, finds Fernandez, breaks one tackle, lowering his shoulders and takes it to the 34-yard line.
Well,
almost good enough for a first down.
What happened to the pulling linemen? They were supposed to wait for the running back. You know, they were already up past the 20-yard line while he's still trying to get out of the backfield. So that allowed the defensive backs to come in and stop.
Well, you know, the running back did a good job of picking up yards on that since the key block was never made. You know,
there wasn't any blocking. He didn't have any blockers in front of him. Well, he did, but they were 20 yards downfield. So the athleticism,
4th and about 3,
allowed him to get that extra yardage.
And that's Andre Lopez, finds room on the outside. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Calexico. Andre Lopez takes it from the 34 on what looks to be taking it to the outside and takes it to the house.
Running behind the blocking of number 55, Antoine Farias, and number 57, Andre Sanchez, both junior linemen. That opened up the door for Fernandez to get to the outside, and after that he turned on the jets, and it was Katie bar the door.
That's exactly right. Hey, I think I'm going to break Brewer Rule 1. Are you ready?
Sure.
That was Andre Lopez who took it in there for the touchdown.
Who did I say?
Fernandez.
Oh, did I say Fernandez?
Yeah.
That's okay.
You know, I suppose
it sounded good.
It might have been Alejos, our technician.
And the point after by Israel Reese is good. And so, with 4:40 to go in the third quarter, 14-0 Calexico. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
This Labor Day, El Centro Motors is bringing the Imperial Valley and its surroundings the biggest sell-a-thon of the year. Take advantage of 0% interest, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, enjoy 2 years or 25,000 miles of complimentary maintenance on select vehicles and get 1,000 trade-in assistance toward your next ride. Don't miss these unbeatable Labor Day deals, only at El Centro Motors. And remember, if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. It's just that easy.
Back here live at Eagle Field, at Freeway Field, 4:40 to go, third quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0 on a 34 run, touchdown run by Andre Lopez. And number 2 bringing it back, that's Leonardo Valencia. And he brings it back to the 35. So 1st and 10 for the Southwest Eagles.
Well, down 14-0 there, coaches. I believe that Southwest is going to stay in their shotgun and try to spread it out. And honestly speaking, I think the pass for Calexico is their weakness.
To defend it.
To defend it, yeah, because of their experience or lack of experience in the defensive backfield.
Well, once you hit a balanced team that has both run and pass, you got to watch out.
Yes, sir.
And that's number 10. That's Peraza now under center for the Eagles with a handoff to Jauregui. And stopped immediately, if not sooner, by number 50. Number 66, it was a gang tackle.
Good old Lionel Canchola came up and smacked him right in the chest with that face mask.
A textbook tackle, or what do they call it?
Form.
Form tackling, yeah.
So defensively, Calexico goes with Canchola at the corner, number 3. You have Adam Garcia, number 6. Dominic Flores, number 7. Fernando Gonzalez, number 8. CJ Delgado, number 9. And Ivan Ortiz, 13. Will give you the safeties and the defensive line after this play.
A quick pass, intended number 8.
Johnson.
Incomplete. Tonight's game is brought to you by Calexico Wellness Center. Your being is our top priority. Compassionate care right where you need it. That's Calexico Wellness Center. By La Fonda, authentic Mexican food. From sizzling fajitas to famous enchiladas. La Fonda, where flavor meets family. By Arctic Air Conditioning. Beat the heat with our top-of-the-line air conditioning systems at Arctic Air. Stay cool and comfortable. Call us at 352-8855.
Rounding out the defense, number 18, Christian Valencia, number 23, Hansel Torres, Loera 24, Castro 50, and Damian Solis 66.
Cordero back in there. Running into trouble.
Sacked.
Number 66, 24, 18.
66, Damian Solis, 24, Hector Loera, and 18, Christian Valencia. So all of the defensive line making their presence felt.
And it'll be a 4th and long for the Eagles with 3:17 remaining in the third quarter.
Well, whatever it was the coaches said at halftime to Calexico, it seems to have had a resounding effect on them, both offense and defense.
Dominic, number 7, Dominic Flores. And takes it to the 45, 46-yard line.
Brought down by number 11, Christopher Cruz, for the correction. Joshua Ibarra, senior, for the Southwest Eagles. So Calexico will be taking over at their own 46-yard line, the ball at the near hash mark. They're going in an easterly direction as tonight's ball game being brought to you by
Esqued Realty. Thinking of selling or buying property? Trust the experts at Esqued Realty with unmatched local knowledge and offering professional and friendly service for 30 years. They'll get you top dollar for your investment or help you purchase your dream home. Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. By Sanders Architecture and Engineering. Discover innovation with Sanders Architecture and Engineering from concept to creation. We bring your vision to life with precision and passion. Trust the Sanders to build the future today. Wishing all Valley teams a safe and successful season. Israel Ruiz. And gives it to Lionel. And not much there but a yard. So Lionel was well keyed.
Well, number 3 for the Eagles, Adrian Jauregui, coming in to make that stop. So it'll be 2nd and 9. The ball at the 47-yard line. 2:10 remaining here in the third quarter. A fast-moving game, John.
It sure is.
It's a running game.
And Lopez back in there. Takes it across midfield to the 48. Another pickup of 5 yards there, Vic, but no cloud of dust since this is a pristine field, brand new early in the season. This is probably their home opener, so it has been played on.
Well, that tackle was made by number 53, a sophomore, Jaden Real, 5'9", 208 pounds, along with number 77, Omar Reese, a senior, going at 5'10", 263 pounds. As you can hear the traffic behind us on Interstate 8, people starting their Labor Day weekend celebration.
We'll be starting it right after this game, Vic. 3rd and 6 from the 49. Penalty flags. False start on Calexico.
It's been a while since I had it sprinkle crickets. Have you noticed that?
Well, yeah.
They're coming down on us.
Watch them. They like to jump in your eyes. 3rd and 10 from the 49, from the 46.
Crickets used to be a common occurrence.
Yep, and they used to be like an infestation. Reese rolling left. Pass is caught.
Number 4.
That is Joshua Ramirez with a 1st and 10 and a whole bunch more as he takes it deep into Eagle territory at the 34.
You know, the quarterback, Reese, is not only growing in stature, but in confidence, Ruben.
Yes, he is, you know, and making that catch for Joshua really helps him improve and get better and have the confidence to fire at not just to Joshua Ramirez, but to all his receivers.
Well, the ball's not always going to be right at your chest. You know, if it's within an arm's length of you, you should be able to make that reception.
If you could touch it, you should be able to catch it.
Not much for Andre Lopez there. And we're coming down to the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0. And with 12 more minutes to go in this football game. We'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
This summer, I'm saving. Are you? Despite the summer heat, there's no better time to save energy and money while keeping cool. IID offers several programs to help you save, including at least $1,500 in free energy-saving measures, rebates on energy-efficient appliances, $50 for recycling your old refrigerator, and a new free refrigerator for qualified customers, and more. At home, save by setting your thermostat at 78 or higher and using fans. This summer, I'm saving. Are you? For more tips and program information, visit us online.
Ojeda Industries is here to offer solutions with exceptional products and services for all your agricultural, industrial, and power transmission needs. It's Ojeda Industries, hydraulic repair service in Brawley at 1698 Jones Street. Call us at 760-623-7299.
Havens and Sons Trucking is located at 603 East Main Street in El Centro and is a business specialized in gravel, rock, stone, fill dirt, base, landscape rock, topsoil sand, and all your hauling needs.
That was played in home. We're back here live at Freeway Field or Eagle Field, Southwest and Calexico in a non-league tussle. Southwest now with a Desert League. Calexico still with the IVLs. 12 minutes to go. Bulldogs up 14-0. Eagles have the ball. No, wait a minute. No. Calexico has the ball. They switch sides.
So we're starting the fourth quarter here. Calexico up 14-0.
It's a Chocolate Mountain thing.
Counter.
And that's a counter. That's Jose Fernandez finding a lot of room as he takes it to the 15-yard line.
Tackle made by number 2, Leonardo Valenzuela, a junior.
That's crazy. That's a play you save to open up the fourth quarter after you pound it, and you get them chasing you. And then you just come back with a counter. You show you're going one direction and bring it back the other.
That was an excellent run there, Fernandez. With the exchange there was timed perfectly.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, the ball at the 15-yard line. Andre Lopez Hold on to that ball, Andre. And he's just running into people.
As Billy Brown would say, he's carrying it like a loaf of bread. Billy Brown, a standout receiver from the class of 72.
Yep.
Later had an all-league, all-conference career at Imperial Valley College. He was a favorite receiver of Johnny Montaño from the class of 73, who great quarterback.
Those are all guys I used to look up to as a Pop Warner player.
Yeah, they were the
days.
varsity.
They were the varsity.
2nd and 4 from the 9. Let's give it to Andre. He's right there going in for the touchdown. Calexico from 9 yards out. Did he make it? Penalty flag.
What, celebration or he was already in the end zone when the flag came out?
Yeah, it's like excessive celebration there. It's stuff that he doesn't need to do, you know. It's a great game. You know, why set yourself back 15 yards on the kickoff? You know, if we were in league and we're playing Central and it's a close game and you do something like that, it comes back to haunt you.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct.
By who?
Calexico.
So they'll assess it at the kickoff.
Yes, sir.
They're not denying the touchdown.
Nope.
Any new rule changes this year, Ruben?
Not that I know of. I think everything that was there last year is still there this year, and nothing new that I know of. But then again, I haven't been out on the field at all.
Bad snap.
That's Conchola with a ball.
No, number 7. Number 7, that's Dominic Flores. And there's a flag.
We have an update at Cal Jones Field. Central 21, Palm Desert 0 in the closing seconds of the third quarter.
Now, Palm Desert did beat Brawley last week, didn't they?
Yes, they did. And Central looks like they're cruising to potentially their second victory of the season under head coach David Rookie Peña.
Another unsportsman for Calexico. So they got one for excessive celebration. They got one there for that point after that was blotched. So those crickets are as big as sparrows, aren't they?
They sure are, man. They're crawling in my hair.
They're probably doves camouflaged as crickets because the dove season starts on Monday.
Get that shotgun. They're going to move. They're going to walk it back. 35, 30, 15, 20.
Might as well just take it to the parking lot.
30 yards.
They're going to kick off from the 10-yard line on those 2 unsportsmanlike penalties, and I'm sure Coach Solano has something to say about that.
Well, they don't need to be talking.
No.
So would you punt a free kick or would you kick off?
I would kick off. We have a better kicker than we do a punter right now, or Calexico does.
Antoine Farias.
Antoine could punt that ball 35 yards. And it's Antoine who's kicking.
And right here to receive is number 11 for the Eagles. Joshua Ibarra standing at midfield. Squibs it. Picked up by number 17. Picked up by Diego Cabrera. So the Eagles with fine field position here in the fourth quarter.
What did he do, an onside kick?
No, he squibbed it, which is, I think it's a good idea to squib the ball. Because if you kick it in the air and you give it time to return, squibbing the ball makes it hard to handle.
But it didn't go very far. Look. It
did not go very far. No, it didn't.
They're in the green zone at the Calexico 35-yard line. Well, let's see if the defense of Calexico can rise to the occasion with 10:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Go ahead, John.
Looking for unbeatable deals? El Centro Motors is your savings place. Go visit El Centro Motors for your dream car is waiting. Don't miss out. And by Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Coming up next. And we've got
offsides on number 66.
Against Calexico.
That's Damian Solis.
Need expert welding and mechanical services? Trust the pros who get it done right on time every time. Ivy Welding and Mechanical. Precision in every spark.
So Calexico going with Solis, Castro, Loera, and Torres, and Valencia, their front five.
Cordero airs it out. And intended for number 8 goes
Johnston.
Incomplete.
That's Joe Johnson.
So Joe Johnson well guarded by
number 3, Canchola.
Number 6, Adam Garcia, who had a pick 6 last week against the San Isidro Cougars.
You know, I would have really liked to have seen Adam come up and wrap up on that hit instead of just throwing his body into it.
Now this is the closest I think the Eagles have gotten to the goal line, and they're at the 24 going in. Cordero and Jauregui in the backfield, coming out of doubles. And number 11 intended out of bounds.
But he caught that thing, John.
No, that was number 11, Christopher Cruz.
Covering?
Well covered out of bounds, though.
Oh, John, I feel like I'm 9 years old back in 1959 with all these crickets in our neck climbing down our collar.
Reminds me of Highway 98 in the late 60s, early 70s.
And you hear him crunching.
Yeah, when the cars drove by.
Or Heber Avenue walking home from the Fox.
3rd and 5 at the 24 for the Eagles. Cordero. Shotgun snap. Left side, Jauregui with a reception. Brought down by number 8. But he's got a 1st and goal.
That was Fernando Gonzalez, a senior, wrapping him up, but not until he's able to get inside the red zone at the 13-yard line. 10 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Something broke down terribly on that defense, on that play, because there wasn't anybody within 20 yards of him when he caught the ball. I didn't see any blitz.
So is the Calexico defense in a prevent defense inside their own red zone or defending from the 20-yard line in?
Well, right now they look like they're in their base defense and they're in a cover 2, so they're expecting some type of pass here.
And you're right, Cordero has time in the pocket and throws it outside the end zone to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 13.
9:28 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Calexico up 20-0 if you just joined us.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Burgers and Beer. Come to Burgers and Beer. Juicy mouth-watering burgers, ice-cold draft beer. What more could you want? Visit Burgers and Beer today for the ultimate flavor experience. By State Farm. Accidents happen, but with Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, you're covered. Get the protection you deserve with personalized service. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by CR&R, reliable waste disposal. CR&R Waste Management has you covered. Our eco-friendly services keep the community clean and green. And there he is. Cordero going deep into the end zone. Pass interference by number 6.
Was he face guarding or?
He put his hand on him right before the ball got there.
So that's number 6 for Calexico, Adam Garcia, a senior. Well, he didn't give up a touchdown if you want to look at some positivity there. And what is it, half the distance to the goal?
That's it. That's it. So it's like a 5-yard gain. The only thing they get is an extra play.
And a 1st and goal.
No.
Oh, no?
It's 2nd and 5. It stays 2nd down.
Damn.
It's very different than the pros here.
Okay. So 2nd and 5, but not 1st and goal.
Nope.
Cordero looking to the left. Has Jauregui, penalty flags. And Jauregui, does he take it into the end zone? He does.
Yes.
Touchdown, Southwest.
But there's a penalty flag there in the vicinity of the quarterback.
It's a holding call. It's going to come back.
No, that hurts.
Yeah.
That really hurts. Because instead of a touchdown, now it's going to be 2nd and, 13?
Ruben, when you're teaching young players, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, as well as seniors, and inexperienced players, line blocking and pass blocking, what are some of the keys or rules that they're supposed to do? Are they supposed to grab their own jersey so that they don't have their hands free to grab the defensive lineman? Or how do you protect against being called for holding?
Well, the way I teach it is when you have an inexperienced player or a brand new player, I teach it in reverse. I bring them up and I fit them into where they're supposed to be at when they get to the block so that they know where they're supposed to be.
Second and 13 from the 16. Cordero going over and almost intercepted by number 7.
And after that, Vic, we go step by step.
Dominic Flores. Go ahead.
Eye level on the chest. Back in an arc, right? Butts out. And then coming in and getting to their fit, right where he started the drill.
9:07 remaining in this football game. 20-0. Calexico. Southwest Eagles have the ball at the 16-yard line on a 3rd and 13. Cordero out of the shotgun with Jauregui next to him. Double formation. What do you call that, Ruben?
Well, that's the base block, right? Just coming up and doing
penalty flags.
Getting the basic block. And after you learn the basic block, then you learn the down blocks, the pull blocks, the different styles of blocking that we have.
False start.
And most linemen, once they get that big block in and they know it's all about landmark, right? It's simple. You know, what I tell them is we're not blocking the whole guy, we're blocking half of him, which really takes a lot of pressure off the players, and they understand that it's about getting to shoulders and to certain landmarks that give them the leverage.
3rd and 13 from the 21. Cordero back to pass. Airs it out. Intercepted. Adam Garcia. Intercepted in the end zone by Adam Garcia. And that nullifies any more gain on the part of the Eagles.
So they'll bring that out to the 20. So the Bulldogs defense rises to the occasion with 8:57 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Calexico 20, Southwest 0.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Fairgrounds. Celebrates local culture and agriculture, hosting the annual California Midwinter Fair and year-round events that bring the community together. I can taste those corn dogs already. The IID, the Imperial Irrigation District, your local public water and energy agency. Intercare, improving the health and wellness of our community. The DOM team for business, residential, and farmland real estate. And Havens Landscaping for your landscaping needs. Calexico with the football, 1st and 10 at the 20. Israel Reese going to a familiar running back. That is
Leonel Canchola.
Because a Canchola with a penalty flag. It's getting
running behind the blocking of Antoine Farias and Andres Sanchez. Very little running room as the defense of Ignacio Perez, Valenzuela, and Jaden Real holding up the ball carrier.
Well, another personal foul. So they must be talking in that pile.
Well, these players have played against each other since Pop Warner, even though Pop Warner's gone kind of on the wayside since these guys hit high school over the last couple of years. And speaking of Pop Warner, how much of a detriment is that to the high school programs by not having that constant that used to be available to kids 6 or 7 years old up till they were 13 or 14?
Well, it's killing experience. Big time. I mean, that's why Calexico, year after year, we're in a rebuilding. This year, Calexico is rebuilding a line. They're rebuilding a defensive backfield.
Jose Fernandez with a handoff. Going up the right side. And gets a first down after that 10-yard penalty. So grabbing 22 yards, Jose Fernandez with that run.
Well, the pulling guard, Antoine Farias, along with Joe Vega, providing an escort to get Fernandez to the outside, and Fernandez able to find some running room along the far sideline close to the Calexico bench, so he gives Calexico better field position. The ball now at the 33-yard line of Calexico.
8:24 and counting.
Yeah, way back in the early 2000s, Vic, when I first started, there was a Pop Warner program there, and we were getting the Ernie Sanchez's of the world coming out, and we were getting a lot of experience. We were a little bit more competitive. We weren't always rebuilding year after year, but once that Pop Warner program went under in Calexico, it became a chore to recruit athletes into football.
And John, at the high school level, did we get a good turnout at the freshman JV level of players?
Last year we did. We had the right person down at the ninth grade with Ruben. This year, 16 freshmen came out, and so they moved up to the junior varsity. Israel Reese over the middle. Pass is caught, and that's number 4 for the Bulldogs. That's Joshua Ramirez. Gets a first down, and then there's more action after the play.
Yeah, number 24 for Southwest gave Joshua Ramirez an extra shove there after the play, so Calexico's going to be picking up an extra 15 yards of real estate here.
So with 6:16 remaining at Cal Jones Field, it's Central 21, Palm Desert 7.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by the Imperial Valley Healthcare District. Founded in 2023, IVHD is dedicated to expanding access and improving healthcare for the Imperial County. By Top Notch Barbershop, fresh cuts only a fade away. By RDO, nothing runs like a deer. By La Fonda Bar and Grill with our friend Tony Camacho. Burgers and Beer, the best burgers in town. By CR&R Incorporated, the face of a greener generation. By Calexico Wellness Center, your health is our priority. By El Centro Motors, visit the team at El Centro Motors for your next truck, car, or SUV. By Arctic Air, dependable AC sales and service you can trust. By Esqued Realty, the mark of excellence. By Sanders Architecture and Engineering, building the future today. By Marianne Valenzuela Fenley, State Farm Insurance agent in the Valley. By IV Welding and Mechanical, industrial welding contractor. Subscribe to our VSN YouTube channel and follow VSN on Instagram. From the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. This is the Valley Sports Network. We're live here at Eagle Field, the Bulldogs and the Eagles in their first game for the first matchup between these teams in the 2025 season. 20-0 Bulldogs up on top as we're getting set with 7.5 minutes to go in the football game. Vic?
And John, we need to remind our viewers that this is a non-league matchup because the Eagles have moved on to the Desert League and the Bulldogs remain in the Imperial Valley League.
Reese handing it off to Lopez and picking up 3 yards.
So with 7:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter, Calexico wanting to use up that clock by keeping the ball on the ground as they've crossed midfield. The ball's at the 39-yard line. Make it the 36-yard line now after that pickup. It'll be second and about 7.
Yeah, big Ruben Aldama, number 77, was leading the way there. This is Aldama's second year playing there, coaches.
Second year, he's a senior?
He's a senior. He played JV last year as a junior, and now he's in there as a senior, starting at left tackle.
2nd and 7 from the 36. Lopez. And another, what is going on?
That was number 16. Trying to get an extra hit in there from behind. Then he acts like, what did I do? So that was Jose Mendoza, a senior.
Is he ejected?
It looks like it.
Let's see. You know, I don't know what it is, but in the past decade, Calexico and Southwest have had some good beef with each other there.
Yeah, and it looks like he's being escorted off the field.
Sent to the locker room.
So they'll spot the ball at the 21.
Well, John, it's very important to maintain your composure.
Absolutely.
And, what happened?
He just pushed the coach away.
Well, that'll be extra wind sprints come Monday morning.
Up downs, coach.
There he goes. Takes it to Andre. Israel keeps it.
Fumble.
Fumbles it in the hands of number 3, Jauregui. And just like that, he was in the right place at the right time. What did you say?
I think Israel tried to pull a Reggie Bush on us here.
Which was?
It's handing off the ball after he was caught. You know, they were in that college championship game. And I believe they were playing Ohio State. And Reggie Bush breaks, and he attempted to pitch it to the person next to him, which was intercepted. Ended up costing them a championship. But I saw Reggie Bush do that in high school, and it worked.
That's when he was playing at Helix.
That's when he was at Helix. He had his own personal masseuse there on the sidelines.
He was, I think, class of 2003 or something like that.
Something like that, 2002,
And
2003.
When Brawley went to the Qualcomm.
Yes.
Cordero, left side. And missing that tackle altogether. Number 8 is the receiver of Johnston.
And number 8 for Calexico, Fernando Gonzalez, a senior, was the one that, I don't know, did he think the play was blown dead or?
Whatever it wasn't football, coach.
Well, this is the second game of the season. Preseason mental mistakes here.
Well, I think that was something different.
Okay, well, the clock is ticking. This was 5:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10.
Ball at the 44. John Moreno with a call.
Cordero, shotgun. Trips right. Cordero has time. Rolling. Looking. Keeps it. And just shoved out of bounds at the 48.
Well, that's wise of him because Leonel Canchola was coming up like a missile.
Yeah.
And he doesn't miss tackles.
No. And he's a third-year letterman.
He's a third-year letterman, and he's got like, what? He's 16 years old and has like 16 and a half years experience.
Yeah.
He's a great kid.
Yeah.
Very well coached.
Talented athlete, that's for sure. A pickup of 4, 2nd and 6 for the Eagles with 4:57 remaining in this football game. And timeout is called, and we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
Imperial County is an oasis in the desert, just being the only educational institution outside of San Diego State. Now all eyes are on us, and we want to make sure we hold that highest standard of excellence across our institution. We take it as our obligation to make sure that we educate and provide an opportunity for every single student. Okay, what programs do we need to do? What services do we need to provide? You know, where are some of our transfer portals that we need to make sure that we open up for our students? I have to give my all. And I encourage my teams and the campus community, hey, let's give our all, because these are our neighbors. These are the kids down the block. They're gonna be our doctors, they're gonna be our nurses, they're gonna be here. So how can we make sure that they have all the resources and the support they need to get there?
Imperial Valley College. We are IVC. For more, visit imperial.edu.
We're back here live with the Eagles and the Bulldogs. Cordero back to pass. And incomplete as he was double teamed to number 11, the intended ball carrier.
Christopher Cruz. Joshua Ibarra.
Yes.
Christopher Cruz was covering on the play.
Yes.
Along with number 6 for Calexico.
He almost came down with that thing, you know.
Adam Garcia.
And a shout out to my good friend Raul Salgado, who's tuning in from Highland, California. And he's sending me texts on what the coaches could do. You know, he's a former IVC great under Mike Swearingen.
Well, he had the quarterback records at IVC, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he was an offensive lineman, you know.
And Gutierrez put him in the back.
But he had a great throwing arm.
Yes, he did. He was a big boy. He is a big boy.
Sometimes you can find your best quarterbacks playing on the offensive line.
And Cordero going to the left, and it's intercepted by number 8 for the Bulldogs.
That's
Fernando Gonzalez,
a senior.
From
his cornerback position. So a costly turnover for the Southwest Eagles, stifling that drive with 4:42 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Calexico up 20-0, so they'll be taking over at their own 40-yard line. The ball at the far hash mark in front of the Bulldog bench.
4:42 to go.
Still led by quarterback Israel Reese, a senior.
Another shout out to our good friend Don Maher, who's watching from Whittier, California. Loyal Bulldog fans. Reese, 1st and 10. Number 4, the ball carrier. Taking it in front of the home bench, crossing midfield, and getting a 1st and 10. That is Joshua Ramirez.
From his wide receiver position, coming with, what would you call it, a jet sweep?
That was a jet sweep, exactly. You know, Joshua is one of the hardest workers I've ever known, man. This guy's 5'6", probably weighs 125 pounds dripping wet. But he's in that weight room every morning, and he's pounding. Great kid.
I'm glad you corrected me before I could say it. I would have had him at 6'3", 220.
1st and 10 for Calexico at the 43 going in. Israel Reese. Looks like he almost snapped it to Andre Lopez. Andre pounds his way, picks up 9 yards.
You know, John, I'd like to give a big shout out to Karina Mendez, who's the paraprofessional in Coach Solano's classroom, but this woman, man, she could do incredible things with students. And she bailed me out of many situations because she's a mathematician. I wish she would get a job teaching math. I mean, she's just fantastic. She is the wife of a longtime soccer coach here at Southwest, and I just know him as Coach Mendez.
Well, thank you for that shout out. And thank you for all you do for the students.
Counter
to Jose Fernandez. And he's just hard to bring down. Juking his way, taking it all the way. Touchdown, Calexico from the 34-yard line. But there's a penalty flag down at the 13.
Running behind the blocking of Chris Nunez, Andre Sanchez, and Antoine Farias to get to the outside as he navigated his way through the Southwest Eagles secondary. And then he put on the burners once he was past the 20-yard line to outrace everybody to the end zone. But will it be nullified?
By a holding penalty against Calexico. And the ball will be spotted at the 23.
Well, if that was holding, that was a great effort by the person trying to get that block in. You know, it was barely holding.
Burley
holding, but nevertheless, it's 10 yards. They nullify the touchdown, and here we are.
Here we are.
Under the crickets.
So 2nd and 10, and the ball at the 24.
Well, the offensive line for Calexico is starting to show their dominance at the line of scrimmage.
And Andre with a sweep to the right, another penalty in the backfield. Andre taking it inside the 10. And
probably going to be another holding there, John, because it was thrown by that backfield judge. Well, that's a personal foul.
And to do that, that's a new.
Could have been a chop block. Or a high-low.
So 2 outstanding gains in a row, nullified by penalties. So they're moving this one back to the 38. And they've got to get inside the 15 for a first down.
Either way, that was a great play. That was a direct snap to Andre.
It was. Yeah.
But I've never seen it out of that jet.
And perfect timing.
Yep. Reverse.
And Joshua Ramirez on a reverse. And stopped there by
Johnston, an excellent defensive open field tackle by Joe Johnston.
You know, giving credit where credit's due, Southwest's defense is very disciplined, because Coach ran that play because he felt he could get him on the misdirection, yet they stayed home and played their responsibility.
So Calexico now faced with a 2nd and 22 from the Southwest 38-yard line. Reese still at quarterback, joining the backfield by Andre Lopez and Jose Fernandez. Fernandez in the wing position.
2nd and 24 from the 38. Over the middle. Pass was caught. Joshua Ramirez, was he on the ground?
Oh, yeah, he caught it.
He caught it, but
then
he couldn't
move forward.
He couldn't advance the ball.
But he didn't pick up the yak.
Yeah. What's the yak?
Yards after catch.
Oh, that's right. Gee, Ruben. I was thinking of an animal. I forgot
John,
that.
there used to be a song, Yakety Yak.
Don't talk back. So, a little over a minute to go. 3rd and 20 from the 24, from the 34. Reese. Short pass. Fernandez. Yards after the catch. And takes it to the 16-yard line.
You know, in the closing seconds of the ball game, I'm surprised Calexico's still throwing the ball. You know, instead of just keeping it on the ground.
Well, that's an RPO. So there it was a read. You know, the linebacker came up. Fernandez was there, so he got it out there.
So
it was supposed to be a run, but he saw the linebacker come up.
So RPO, the acronym stands for?
Run pass option.
Run pass option. So it's an option.
Mm-hmm. And we've got players of the game to announce, Vic.
We sure do.
So don't forget to announce them.
Well, I like Andre Lopez and Jose Fernandez. Yeah. So what say you, John Moreno and Ruben Castro?
Andre Lopez and Jose Fernandez.
Right.
The workhorses.
They've kept the ball on the ground. They put the game. They've scored. They've kept, you know, Canchola was playing good defense as well as some of the others. but unfortunately we can only give out 2 awards to Burgers and Beer.
Well, tonight they were the horses.
As John would say, you got to dance with who?
Brung ya.
Brung ya.
45 seconds, the Bulldogs with a 4th down and 4 yards to go. The ball at the 17. This may be the last play. We got time to run one more, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, it's 4th down. He won't take a knee.
Andre Lopez and gets a 1st down, a 1st and goal.
We have an update at Cal Jones Field with 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining. It's Central 27, Palm Desert 14.
And they'll probably end it right here as they'll let the clock run out with the Bulldogs come on top with a 20-0 victory over the Southwest Eagles, the longtime rival in the Imperial Valley League, now in the Desert League.
Well, Calexico's 2-0.
Calexico's 2-0 and nothing to be ashamed of. And we'll be back with more in a minute on VSN.
No cool? No problem. For over 29 years, Arctic Air has been keeping Imperial Valley cool. You've seen our orange vans around. Chances are your neighbor is already cool thanks to us. Call today to ask about our Comfort Club membership, and you'll never have to worry about your AC again. We're here for you 24/7.
Johnny's Burritos, serving the Imperial Valley since 1963. A Imperial Valley tradition, with locations in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. Wishing all these students this month going back to school a big welcome back.
Well, Vic and Ruben, outstanding game tonight we witnessed in this hot weather. Labor Day weekend 2025. Calexico Bulldogs coming off a victory last week, and now they're 2-0. Eagles coming off a tough loss last week, and now 0-2. Any final comments, Ruben?
Calexico needs to continue growing and continue gaining experience, and Southwest just needs to stick to it. Stick to it, and they will come out on top eventually. It's like I tell the guys, ain't no quitting here. It's all about life.
It was an outstanding game, a lot of hard hitting, solid football, excellent running displayed by the running backs of Calexico, Lopez and Fernandez, and the quarterback stepped up and looked pretty sharp there. And give credit to and kudos to Southwest, because their defense spent a lot of time on the field, and yet they didn't back down.
Exactly.
And we'd like to congratulate our Burgers and Beer players of the game, Jose Fernandez and Andre Lopez. And I'd like to thank Coach Ruben Castro for joining us tonight here in the booth. Of course, our program director, Will Torres, who is he and Ron Rubio doing the Central Palm Desert game. I'd like to also thank our cameraman on top of the press box, great athlete and teacher in Hopeville, Carlos Fernando Moreno, who's up here doing the camera duties, and on the field, Eduardo Alejos, the son of our tech guy, Jose Alejos. Que pasa, Calexico? And join us next week. We're going to find out where we're going to be, from the Chocolate Mountains to the Sea of Cortez, all along the border on a Friday night. And also, you can catch it at 6:45 on the VSN link For Victor Carrillo, Ruben Castro, this is John Moreno of Bulldog Media, bringing you live coverage of Imperial Valley football for the last 30-some-odd years, saying good night on and the Valley Sports Network. Pinche